Hey everyone, Emma from BIF Ministries here. I hope you are all well. I thought I would just enjoy making a video of me enjoying my creative Bible journaling time this afternoon. I am actually going to be enjoying doing a creative entry for the Faithful God plan that we are currently doing in our Blessed Forward Bible journaling community. I am actually going to be looking at day 8, Hebrews 12:2. We are actually on day 15, but I have had such a busy week this last week that's just gone with just some family situations I've had to deal with. So as I've been enjoying this plan, I've not really had time to get creative with many of the verses. I've just been enjoying soaking in reading the verses and praying over the verses, which is absolutely amazing and great to do, but I do like to get my creative groove on, so I'm going to be doing an entry for day 8. As I always say when we enjoy these plans, it's fine if you're a couple of days behind or so, because I only create 20-day plans because I know that our lives are so busy. We live in a busy world, and things quite often come up and we don't always get time to enjoy being creative, or you know just sometimes things get put to the side and we have other things to focus on. So I like to make sure that with each plan I create we have a few extra days to catch up. So yes, let's have a look at the Bible verse then. Hebrews 12:2. I have already enjoyed doing some journaling on Hebrews 12. It's one of my favourite chapters of the Bible. Hebrews 12 is so encouraging. So as you can see, I've already done some journaling in my Bible, and I'm going to be adding in a tip in for Hebrews 12:2. So let's just have a look at it. So it says, fixing our eyes on Jesus, the pioneer and perfecter of faith, for the joy that was set before him endured the cross, scorning its shame, and sat down at the right hand of the throne of God. Sorry, got a bit caught up with my speech there. So that is such an amazing verse, and as I said, I enjoyed praying over this verse actually the other day when it was day 8, and I got a couple of thoughts here that I will be adding into my journaling. So one of the thoughts that I got on this verse is obviously, God calls us to focus, as we walk through our life and the different situations we face, he calls us to keep our eyes on Christ and to avoid looking at what everyone else is doing and what else is happening around us, what's being said, what people are saying, what people are doing. He calls us to focus and keep our eyes on him, instead of being distracted and by everything that's happening in the world. He says, come to me and focus on me, and as we do this, we can we just find that strength in our situations, a complete strength that we wouldn't find anywhere else. As we fix our eyes on Jesus, we find great encouragement to continue moving forward in what we are facing at the time in our life. So that were kind of the thoughts I got from this verse as I was praying over it the other night. So what I am going to do is I am going to enjoy creating a tip-in to add here, and I am going to enjoy making a paper cut tip-in. So I'm just going to move that to the side of my Bible a minute, and I'm going to show you what I'm going to create. And this is the design I'm going to create. This is the paper cut design I'm going to create. It is obviously say, keep my eyes fixed on Jesus. So this is one of my paper cut designs I created, and I'm going to hand cut it, and then I'm going to create it as a tip-in. Obviously, as you can see, this one's in a frame. And so let's have a look. Let's bring over here. So when I create a paper cut design, I create it obviously using my computer and a art program I have, and when I obviously make a paper cut, all the words are connected together, so there is no word that is not connected. So when I cut it out, it will all be one piece. I have actually got a beginner's pack I have created, and you can find on my Etsy shop if you wish to learn more about paper cutting. I also have a video on YouTube you can enjoy watching that would teach you about the basics of Bible paper cutting, so I will add the link to that into the description for this video. But this design isn't on my Etsy shop yet, but it will be soon. I have so many paper cut designs I have done over the last 5.5 years that I'm slowly but surely starting to add them onto my Etsy shop for people to download and enjoy themselves. So when you do download it, you will get it, and it will come like this when you print it off. It comes in 2 different sizes, so this is the big size I'm going to use in my Bible journaling, and this is the size that I used in the frame that I just showed you. So when you get it, it will be back to front, so don't worry, that is correct. And obviously it's back to front because obviously when you flip it over, it will then be read the right way. So I will show you it in a minute anyway, but hopefully that just gives a little bit of explanation. Please do go and search for my other video if you want to find out more about paper cuts. I absolutely love doing paper cut designs. I just find them so relaxing to do. I put on my worship music and I get lost in what I'm doing with God. Paper cut designs is originally how Blessed Forward Ministries started. I would create my designs like this and frame them up, and I would just bless them forward to people to make them smile and things like that, and as a way to spread some love and to share my passion for being creative with God's word. So that's how Blessed Forward Ministries started 5.5 years ago now. So I always like to try and do my paper cut designs when I can, because they are just so special to me. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to put on my worship music quietly, hopefully not too loud, and I have started hand cutting this one because obviously they do take a while to cut out. They're not the fastest things to create, but as I say, they give you lots of time to just enjoy some quiet time with your worship music with God. That's why I like them so much. So I'm going to put my worship music on and finish adding, and then I will finish cutting this out, and it will hopefully give you an idea of how I do it, for if you feel inspired to try it yourself. And then I will show you how I'm going to stick it into the Bible. So forgive me if I go a bit quiet now, because I will be concentrating. And also forgive my singing. If you've watched any of my other videos, you know I like to sing. So when I do cut my paper cuts out, I use a craft knife. I just turn this down. And all I'm simply using is a craft knife and some surgical blades. Again, you can find out more information on these from my other video, so please do check that out. See, and as you can see, all I simply do is the design I've created, I'm just cutting around the grey areas and cutting away the white that's left. Still stands, great is your faithfulness, your faithfulness. Here in your hands, this is my confidence, you never failed me yet. Never failed me yet. I know the night won't last. Yes, Lord. Hallelujah. Thank you, Jesus. Promise still stands. Great is your faithfulness. Your faithfulness. Still in your hands. This is my confidence. You've never failed me. Jesus will never fail us. You move the mountain, and I believe I'll see you do it again. You made a way when there was no way, and I believe I'll see you do it again. You move the mountain, and I believe I'll see you do it. This is my confidence. You've never failed me. Still stands. Great is your faithfulness. Still in your hands. This is my confidence. Okay, so that is cut. Now what I am going to do is, I've just realized I've left my glue pen on the other side. I'm just going to run and grab my glue pen because I can't finish this video without it. So I'm going to leave you with this wonderful music. So sing away for a few minutes. I am back. I'm so sorry about that. I am actually in my dining room today because my family are busy playing Mario Kart while I enjoy some time with God. And I left my glue pen, this is my glue pen, on the side where I normally do all my creative stuff. So I just have to run and get it. And now I'm out of puff. Right, so that is my finished paperclip design, as you can see. Just turn the music down. So obviously I did have that part started, so it didn't take me as long to finish. And so now I am going to back the paper cut and stick it into my Bible. And to back it, a paper cut, you can use, obviously for the one I did in the frame here, I have put it on some dark paper because I have used white shimmery paper. Again, I explain more about paper in my other videos, so please do check it out, as I keep saying. But you can use lots of different backings, like, see, this is a rainbow one. You could use, but it doesn't quite pop out as much on this backing. I think on the video, because I'm just having a look at my iPhone screen, it kind of does pop out a bit more than what it does if you're looking at it in person. So what I am going to do is, I had these, I think they're like acetate things sent to me in the post in some Happy Mail, and they are made by Illustrated Faith. And I'm going to back it onto one of these. I have actually done a paper cut on one before. Let me just quickly show you. So that is one I've done before on a paper cut, Faith Over Fear, and on the same sort of thing. So that's what I am doing. So I'm going to back it onto this one with the lovely pretty cross things on, and it does come with a thingy over the top that you have to pull off. So make sure, if you have any of them, that you pull the thingy off. I mean, obviously I don't know where you buy them from or anything like that. All I know is I got given them in some Happy Mail, and on the top I've cut this into the size I want it, and it said Illustrated Faith on the top. So I'm going to take my paper cut, and it will go on here like this. Hopefully you can see. But before I stick it down, what I am going to do is, the lovely sheet of rainbow paper you saw, I am going to stick that to the acetate thing, and I have tried it to see how it worked. I did it on the scrap bit that I cut off there. So to stick it on, all I'm simply going to do is take some glue. I'm just using some normal glue stick, and I'm just gluing all over, and the glue will dry clear. So it, as I say, I did a little test to experiment before. I thought, will that work? Because I'm just going to pop that on there like that, and as you can see, the glue through it a little bit now, but it will dry. Just smooth it out on the back, and you can see where it's not quite stuck in some places. So I just go around and do that, but I'll maybe finish that after the video, because I do know my videos go on. I do bless you, and thank you so much for bearing with me. It's just that I like to make sure the videos are good enough for you to be able to learn from. There we go. So that is that backed with some nice pretty rainbow paper underneath. And bug that out of the way, and then I'm going to stick my paper cut design on the top. So what I'm going to do is, obviously, to stick it on, I take my glue pen and I simply dot some glue all over my design, Now this one is quite an old pen and it's drying out a little bit. I find these pens do dry out really quickly for me with how I use them for my paper cuts. So what I'm just going to do for now is I'm just going to briefly dot it all over so I don't keep you here too much longer. And I will go back and stick it on properly in a bit. So because it is an old pen, I have to keep getting some of the glue out by dabbing it on some paper. But you just randomly put lots of glue all over. Whoop. And it is very sticky, so you have to be careful because otherwise you'd rip your paper cut design. So picking it up, obviously carefully. I'm going to place it where I want it on my... Oh, it's very sticky, as I say, so you have to just get it just right. Bear with me a minute, people. There, right, so, and then stick it on. So that is my paper cut design on. I am happy with that. Can you see? Right. And then I'm going to stick it into my Bible now. And to stick it into my Bible, I simply get some sellotape. You can use washi tape if you like, if you want to use some pretty coloured washi tape. But I just like to use a bit of sellotape. Push it down. Oh, watch my, because I've not fully stuck it down. And pull it off. Bring my Bible over here. And I'm just going to place it in, like so. And whoop. That is my paper cut tip-in done for Hebrews 12:2. Hopefully this video has just encouraged you and inspired you and just let you see how I enjoy my journaling, especially using paper cuts. And I'm really pleased with that, really happy. And what I'm going to do is, the notes I've made from when I had my prayers the other night is I'm just going to, they're on sticky notes, so I'm going to stick them in on the back there like that. I will glue them in once I finish this video. So they are in there and on the back as well. So that's all good. Yeah, hopefully you're encouraged, hopefully you're inspired, and you have enjoyed this video and just enjoyed seeing how I enjoy journaling. I'm just going to finish off reading one last thing, which I was encouraged by as I enjoyed this verse the other day. And I'm reading it from the Joyce Meyer's Battlefield of the Mind Bible. Let me just move my Bible to the side a minute so it's not so bulky, and I did mark it. Inside this Bible is absolutely amazing. I have done a review on it, so check that out as well. There is a PowerPoint on Hebrews 12:2, and it reads, Hebrews 12:2 teaches us to look away from everything that will distract us from focusing on Jesus, the author and the perfecter of our faith. I believe that God plants goals, dreams and visions into our heart, and we need to follow his guidance in order to see them brought to completion. Our enemy, the devil, seeks to prevent our progress by providing trials and problems that will distract us if we let them. I realise that we cannot completely ignore our problems. There are things that demand our attention, and we need to take care of them. Let's learn to fulfill our responsibility and cast our care on God. I absolutely love that. That's amazing. And I'm going to finish with that and say amen. God bless you all. Come and find us in our Bless It Forward Bible Journey community on Facebook. The links are all below. Love you all. Bye.